everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, my name is Phil. I have just discovered a new method for getting soft layer chapatis at home, and I guarantee you guys are going to love this. As you all know, I love chapatis and I have so many chapati recipes on this channel. I discovered this method and I'm happy to share with you guys. This might help someone out there because this method, I guarantee you, gives you soft layers on your chapatis. It's such a simple, easy method. So if you want to try it out, stay tuned until the end of this video. And also I have the ingredients for this chapati recipe listed in the description box below. So without saying more, let's get started. So as usual, we'll start by mixing our dry ingredients. So in my bowl, I've just added 3 cups of all-purpose flour and I'm mixing that with a teaspoon of salt. Some of us add some sugar. You can go ahead and also add a teaspoon of sugar, but today I'm not using sugar. Mix that well and we're going to follow that with some warm water. So I've just added 1 cup of warmed water. I'm just going in with my clean hands and I'm going to knead this until I have a nice smooth dough. Also, if you have a dough mixer, you can just put everything in the dough mixer. It will make the process very much quicker. So this may take a few minutes, about 3 to 5 minutes. So make sure that you've kneaded everything until nicely incorporated, and as you can see right now, our dough has nicely formed. So our next step, we are going to add some vegetable oil. So I'm using 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. The oil helps this dough be smooth at the end, which will be also easier for us to work with. So now quickly mix the oil in the dough. This should take about a minute, and then once you're done, you're going to let this dough rest. So here's the thing, I've been making chapatis for a long time and I realized that letting your dough rest makes such a big difference. Resting the dough helps the gluten that's in the dough relax, and in turn it gives the dough a very smooth texture, and it will also give you soft chapatis once they have been cooked. So I have let the dough rest for at least 20 minutes, so make sure you don't skip that step. So once the dough has been rested, you're going to transfer it to your working space. Make sure you have a bigger working space and then just knead it quickly for about 30 seconds to a minute, and as you can see, our dough looks very soft at this point compared to earlier. So next we're just going to cut it into 2 equal pieces, and then we're going to put 1 piece aside as we work out on the other piece. So make sure that you've dusted some extra flour on your working top. This is just to avoid the dough sticking on your working top, and you're going to take your rolling pin. You're going to roll this to a nice big circle. So once you have a nice round circle, we're going to add some vegetable oil. So I'm just going to use my spoon to spread the oil. So make sure that all sides are covered with the oil and don't add too much. 1.5 tablespoons is enough. And then next you're going to add some flour. So sprinkle a little bit of flour on all sides. So this is very important because it's the reason why we get the layers on our chapatis. Next, you'll just take a cutter like this, or you can just use a knife and then cut small slits starting from the middle of the dough. You'll cut about 6 slits, and then once you're done, you're going to fold it as the way I'm doing it here. So place each piece on top of the other until you're all done. So once you're done piling them up, you're going to just use your hands and flatten it a bit. And then next, we're going to roll it out again. So make sure that you've spread a little bit of flour on your worktop, and then you just take your dough, take your rolling pin, and you're going to roll this out. You don't have to have a nice round circle. So don't flatten it too thin. So once you're done, we're going to cut it into nice strips, as you see the way I'm doing it here. Next, you will roll them into nice spiral-like shape. So as you can see, I am rolling and that end is not enough, so I'm going ahead to the next one and adding that. So this dough yields about 7 to 8 chapatis, so make sure you have around that number, so you can just eyeball them to have them of the same sizes. So you're just going to continue this step until you're all done. So here's the thing, when you get to the end of the dough, the remaining piece is small, so you roll out the other dough, cut it into strips as the way we did it earlier, and then take the remaining small piece, attach it and continue rolling until you're all done. Now our next step is to roll them out into a nice round circle. So first you'll just take one dough piece, place it on your worktop. Make sure you spread a little bit of extra flats just to avoid it from sticking on your worktop, and also make sure that you have covered the remaining dough pieces. This is also to avoid them from drying out. So just roll that out into a nice round shape. Make sure you have at least a nicely perfect round shape, and then we're just going to cook them. So place them on your pan, and my pan is over medium heat. So as you've seen, I have not added any oil on my pan. So just take your dough and then you just place it on your pan. Let that cook for about 30 seconds or until you start seeing some small bubbles. And once that is done, you're going to flip it and spread some oil on top of it. Make sure that all sides are covered with the oil, and then you'll flip again and cook it until you see those nice golden brown bits, and that means that the other side is ready. Next, you will just repeat with the other side and cook. I'm using my spatula to press it around the pan. It helps us get those nice golden bits that we want. So as you can see, the other side is ready, and once it's ready, you're just going to remove it from the pan and continue cooking the other remaining dough pieces. So you will just repeat the same process like we did earlier. And by the way, I hope you're enjoying watching my recipe videos. If you're new here, don't forget subscribe for more of my amazing recipes. Also, I would love us to be friends. Just comment down below where you're watching this video from. I would love to know. And also another way of getting those nice golden brown bits is using my mom's traditional way. So you just place like 3 or 4 chapatis on top of the one that is cooking, and then you just press it with your hand and roll it, and then you just see you have nice golden bits. So instead of using a spatula to get those golden bits, you just use this method. I know some of you know this method, many of you use it as well. I like using this method as well. So anyway, once your chapatis are done, you're just going to place them in a bowl and make sure that you cover them while you're still cooking the rest of the remaining dough. That will ensure that they stay soft. And that's just it. Our chapatis are ready. They look so amazing, guys, and these ones stay soft for days as well, and they also have those nice layers that we all need. So anyway, you can serve this with anything you want. I like serving this with some beef stew or curries, or I can just have this with some tea or coffee. They taste so amazing as well. And as you can see, the method is so easy, so you can use this method to just make the chapati chapatis at home. It's such a quick method, and I hope you guys make this, enjoy this with your family, with your friends, and as usual, I hope everyone enjoys this as much as we did. And that's all for today, guys. I hope you're going to enjoy this amazing chapati recipe. As you can see, it is so simple to make, and I guarantee you this one is going to give you very soft layered chapatis. So anyway, if you try this recipe, don't forget, tell me how yours came out in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more of my amazing recipes. We can always connect on Instagram or on TikTok at Phils_kitchen. So till my next video, guys, bye.